Hi, Caitlin. I heard Dalton say something about you using some vacation days to get a whole week off for Thanksgiving. So, how long are you planning on staying at my house? You mean Dalton? I have no idea. Well, that's a bit rude, don't you think? You're my son's wife. You should know these things. I'm sorry, but I really don't know anything about his plans for that week. Well, you took the time off, so how could you not know? You'd think you'd know your own family's plans at least. This is pathetic. I think you may have misunderstood what he said. I am taking that week off of work, but I won't be going to your place for Thanksgiving. That's why I'm not sure exactly what Dalton's plans are. Huh? Misunderstanding? Dalton's the one going to your place, not me. So, don't you think you should ask him when he's arriving and how long he's staying instead of asking me? What are you talking about? Are you saying you're not coming here for Thanksgiving? You've got to be crazy! I'm having the whole family over. I'm not crazy. You told me yourself, didn't you? Told you what? You said you never wanted to see my face again. Whether I want to or not, I don't really have a choice now, do I? Whether I like it or not, you're part of the family. So I expect you to show up to family get-togethers. Believe me, if I could change it, I would. But Dalton married you, so there's nothing I can do about it. So quit screwing around and make sure you're here for our Thanksgiving dinner. Figure out what days you're coming and let me know ASAP. I need to give the rest of the family a firm time and date. You two are the only ones that live so far away. We have to schedule everything around you. Frankly, I'm getting sick of it. And I know it's because of you that Dalton moved so far away. Dalton and I made that decision together, so don't say it was because of me. And anyway, every time I go to your house, you just make me do all the cooking and all the cleaning. I can't relax when I'm over there. It's like you won't even allow it. I can't believe you just said that to me. You're my daughter-in-law. That's your job. You're supposed to make life easier for me when you're around. I have no idea what Dalton sees in you. It's still a mystery as to why he decided to marry you. You're so selfish and lazy. It's not like I make you do that every day. You're complaining about helping your own mother-in-law a few times a year. You're useless. I'm sorry you feel that way. Caitlin, I can't believe you don't know this already, but I guess I'll have to tell you myself. When you marry a man, you're not supposed to just make his life better. You're supposed to make life for his parents better too. So obviously, that includes me. That's your job. That's any wife's job. I've never heard that before. Is that how they did things in the old country before your family moved to America? Huh? Old country? What are you talking about? My parents were born and raised here, and so was I. So is that an old custom from your country that your grandma taught you or something? How dare you! You're being so rude to me. You're a horrible person. I can't believe people like you exist. You talk like this, yet you won't even give my son a boy of his own. The family name is going to die with him all because of you. Yeah, I know. You've told me that many times before. And you say it to me as if I can control the gender of my children before they're born. Say whatever you want, but I won't be going to your house for Thanksgiving. Dalton will be going without me. Dalton's okay with it too. In fact, it was his idea. Dalton wouldn't say anything like that. He knows it's your job to help me out. Stop with your jokes. They're not funny. And lying is never funny. You're not just a terrible wife. You're a liar too. No. Dalton sees how you treat me, and he knows me going to your house causes nothing but stress. When you come here, you're the only one causing anyone stress. All you do is complain about every little thing I ask you to do for me. I don't remember complaining about anything you've asked me to do. Can you give me one example? It doesn't matter. Just shut up. You're a worthless excuse for a woman. Wow, and you talk about me being rude to you. Anyway, like I said, I'm not going with Dalton this year. He's going by himself. You two are supposed to be husband and wife. You're supposed to do things together. That means you should be with Dalton instead of staying home by yourself. You obviously weren't raised very well if you don't even know that much. That sounds a little old-fashioned too. Besides, other than him going to your house without me, we're together pretty much all the rest of the time. So don't worry about us. Well, I can assume that Tiffany is coming here with Dalton then. I'll make sure there's fresh sheets on the bed in the guest room for her. No, I said Dalton will be going by himself. Tiffany will be spending Thanksgiving with me. What? Why? So now you're not even gonna let me see my own granddaughter? Did you forget? Forget what? What are you talking about? When I gave birth to Tiffany, you said, and I quote, "We don't need another girl in the family." You remember saying that, right? I may have said that, but that doesn't matter. Little Tiffany has come to my house many times. My granddaughter is cute. I want to see her. I can see a lot of Dalton in her, and not much of you. Maybe that's why I like her so much. Oh, really? I guess that's good to hear. But the last time we visited you, didn't you say to me, and I quote again, "So you still haven't given me a grandson yet, have you? You know that's what we need." The truth is, Tiffany heard you say that, and now she thinks you don't want her. She cried herself to sleep that night, and she hasn't forgotten what you said. So we're not taking her over there anymore. But I didn't say anything bad about Tiffany. If you let her think that that was an insult to her, then this is all your fault. You're a bad mother. I didn't insult Tiffany. You didn't say anything bad about Tiffany, but she knows you want a grandson, and she knows she's not a boy. She's young, but she's old enough to put two and two together. Maybe you should be more considerate when you open your mouth in front of everyone. Yeah. Look, I'll apologize to her when she comes here. So make sure you and Tiffany both come here with Dalton for Thanksgiving. No, Tiffany and I won't be going there this year. Tiffany and I are going to be spending Thanksgiving with my parents and my family. You've got to be kidding me. You're my oldest boy's wife, for Pete's sake. If you're not here, who's going to prepare the Thanksgiving meal for everyone? See? You expect me to do it all instead of sharing the work amongst the whole family. If you don't want to have the whole family help, well, you're hosting the party, so don't you think you should be the one preparing the meal? But the whole family is going to be here. My job is to entertain everyone while they're here. I can't be slaving away in the kitchen out of everyone's sight. But you expect me to? That's not the point. I can't do all this myself. Why can't everyone help? Or get everyone to bring something so you'll only have to make the turkey? I can't make my guests bring food. Why not? Are they guests or family? Don't get smart with me. It's your job to do all this. What you're saying doesn't make any sense. You don't want your guests or your family to do any work, yet you want me to do it all. So if I went to your house, you're saying I wouldn't count as a guest nor as a family member? That's not what I'm saying at all. As my eldest son's wife, it's your job. I've never heard that before in my life. And if hosting a Thanksgiving dinner is too much work for you, and you don't want to share the work amongst everyone, then why don't you just get it catered? I'm not doing that! Do you know how expensive catering would be on a holiday? And besides, having the family come to my house and everyone eating a nice home-cooked meal is a family tradition. So if you want to be part of this family, make sure you're here to do your job. You have to remember, we're not like your family. We're not poor. We expect a certain level of sophistication. So now you're implying that your family has more money than mine? I don't know why you think my family is poor. And again, this isn't making any sense. Let me get this straight. Your family's not poor. You're implying you have lots of money, and yet you don't want to pay for catering because it's expensive. Okay. Shut up! And I don't know why you think my family's poor. This year we're all going to West Palm Beach for Thanksgiving weekend. We've booked the whole family in a nice hotel, and we're having the grand Thanksgiving feast at a beautiful restaurant. We'll be having amazing food, and none of us will have to lift a finger. Everyone is going to be relaxing the entire weekend. My brother and sister are also going to be there with their families, and nobody will have any trouble paying for the little trip. In fact, I'll be paying for my parents' entire weekend. They offered to pay, but I wanted it to be my treat because of all they do for Tiffany and me. What? I can't believe this. You're taking your parents on a vacation? You've never done anything nice for me. You only care about your family, don't you? You married my son, but you don't care about us at all, do you? You don't do anything for me and my husband. As far as I'm concerned, you're not part of my family anymore. It's my money. I can do whatever I want with it. What are you talking about? Your money? It's Dalton's money. All you do is sit at home all day, and then you go and pay for a vacation for you and your parents with my son's money? No, I paid for it with my own money. Dalton and I each set aside 10% of our earnings to do whatever we want with. All the rest is put towards bills, our household, and savings for our future. We call that 10% left over our entertainment fund. I'm using the money I saved up in my entertainment fund. Not 1 cent of this is coming from Dalton's earnings. Don't lie to me. You sit at home all day. You don't do anything. How can you sit there and tell me that it's your money? Do you think I'm stupid? I've told you this before. I don't just sit at home doing nothing all day. I work from home. That's why I had to use vacation days to get the entire week off for Thanksgiving. Oh, don't give me that. I don't care about some little side job you run from your house. Making $10 or $20 a day doesn't mean anything. And if you're only keeping 10% of that for yourself, it would take you years just to afford 1 plate at a fancy restaurant. Just like I figured. You really don't understand the meaning of working from home, do you? Fine, tell me. What do you sell? Avon? Scarves you knit in your spare time? What? How many times do I have to tell you? I'm a senior graphic design artist. I work remotely from home. Everything I do is digital. I hardly ever go into the office. Remote? What are you talking about? Why are you talking about TV? To put it simply, I use the internet. Do you not see how we're talking to each other right now even though we're not in the same room? That's kind of how my job works. I stay home and work, but it's like I'm at the office. I'm connected to everyone all the time. Don't give me that. We're talking to each other without being in the same room because we're using a phone. Phones have been around since before I was born. Don't try to fool me. Talking to people on the phone doesn't make you money. See? You don't get it. We're using a phone, but we're not talking on the… Oh, never mind. And my job isn't a side job. I work well over 40 hours a week, and I make a lot more than Dalton does. If you can't understand that, I'm not even going to try to explain to you how I make extra money by buying and selling stocks. Look, it's like this. I use the internet to communicate with my office and to submit my work. It's the same job I was doing before, but now I do it from home. Can you imagine that? Huh? You mean you didn't quit working for that company when you married Dalton? Of course I didn't quit, and I never said I did either. But it was around that time that my company got set up to support remote work. Wait, are you saying you thought I haven't had a job this entire time? I thought you quit work to stay home and raise Tiffany. No, of course not. But when I got pregnant with her, my company offered to get me set up for remote work so I could stay home with Tiffany and still continue doing my job. She was basically the reason I decided to do it. Actually, when she was born, I was just a graphic design artist. But I've been promoted since then. I can't believe you thought I wasn't working at all! I didn't know about any of this. We've told you. Many times. But because I went to a technical school instead of a regular college, you've done nothing but make fun of me and call me stupid. Haven't you? But when either Dalton or I try to explain my job to you, it just goes right over your head because you're the one who's not smart enough to understand it. You'd better watch your mouth. This is just like how you keep thinking my family is poor. You've got this idea in your head and nothing anyone says can change it. We keep telling you that my dad works for a construction company, and the only thing you can picture him being is a general laborer. But he's an executive who works in the head office of the construction company. His company builds massive structures like factories and warehouses. It's not a small operation by any means. My dad coordinates construction projects all over the country. But you just don't get it. Huh? I thought he did road construction or something. I figured he was one of those guys who stood on the road and held a slow sign. What? No, not at all. And I think you'd be surprised how much guys like that make anyway. You really don't know much about working at all, do you? Maybe because you've never worked a day in your life. I don't really know what you're getting at here. Whatever. The point is, you don't need to be worrying about my family. They aren't in need of any money. And as for me, I'm doing just fine financially as well. Much better than Dalton, too. So if I want to take my parents on a trip, Dalton can't say anything about it. He knows that, and he's fine with it. Besides, this little trip I'm taking with Tiffany and my family is just a drop in the bucket. So don't worry about us. In fact, I'm thinking about taking my parents to the Caribbean in the winter. Caitlin, I'm so sorry. It seems I was wrong about you. Let's just forget about how I've treated you so far, okay? I didn't know the whole story. You can't blame me for that, can you? Let's make a fresh start, okay? Let's have a nice long talk about all of this over Thanksgiving. How does that sound? What? That's impossible. I have plans already. I told you that. And I don't like how you can flip-flop and do a complete 180 like that. What do you mean by that? Look, we already have everything booked. And since we booked it as a group, if I was to cancel and go to your place instead, I wouldn't get my money back because the rest of the group would still be going. I'm not wasting my time, my money, or my vacation days to go to your place. It doesn't have to be Thanksgiving weekend. We can get together a different time. You said yourself you do remote work, so you can come here anytime you like, right? You can do your work here and I can see my granddaughter. It's a win-win. I'm sorry, but you live in the middle of nowhere. Your internet would be too slow for me to get any work done. And that's not even taking into consideration any data caps you might have. Not to mention the fact that I doubt you would give me any time to get any of my actual work done. Going to your place has too many variables I can't risk. Too many variables? What does that even mean? Whatever, it doesn't matter. If you don't want to come here, how about we join you in Palm Beach? Let's enjoy Thanksgiving together. Huh? What about the rest of your family? And why would you want to spend Thanksgiving with my family? It's okay. I don't have to have Thanksgiving at my house every year. If I canceled this one time, I don't think anyone would mind. I think it's best if my husband and I spend time with you and Tiffany this year. I thought you said having Thanksgiving at your house was a tradition. Every now and then, it's good to try something new. Besides, I haven't been to Palm Beach before. It sounds great. If you want to come, I can't really stop you. That's great. Thanks. But you're gonna have to book your own hotel room, and you won't be able to join us for dinner. I guess that would be okay. Which hotel are you staying at? Let me make one thing clear, though. I'm not paying for you or your husband. What? Why not? That's so rude! I don't see how that's rude. I said I was paying for my parents. You're not my parent. If you want to take a vacation to Palm Beach, that's up to you. That's got nothing to do with me. Oh, and just so you know, the hotel we booked is very popular. I made reservations months ago. I doubt you'll be able to get a room at the same place we're staying at. I booked a couple months ago, and I still had to use one of my connections to get enough rooms for everyone. I doubt you'll be able to get in, but maybe they can put you on a wait list and maybe you'll get lucky. I can't believe this. I get it. You make good money and you have connections. You don't have to rub it in my face like this. You're so rude. You're always putting me and my family down. Have some respect. I'm rude? I haven't said anything about your family other than I'm not paying for your vacation. You're the one who's always making fun of me for the school I went to and for what my dad does for a living. You even came out and said, straight to my face, that you never wanted to see me again. And you even made Tiffany think you hated her just because she was a girl. And today alone, you've called me useless, horrible, a terrible wife, a liar, and a worthless excuse for a woman. And do you talk about me being rude? Look, I might have gone a little too far with some things that I've said. I apologize for that. So let's go on a nice trip together so we can clear the air, okay? If you want to come, book a hotel room and pay for it yourself. Or see if Dalton is willing to use some of his money to help pay for you. Wait. Now that I think about it, I don't think you'd be able to. He's been saving up for a new surround sound system for the living room. But 10% of his earnings means he's been saving up the entire year and he still doesn't have enough. I doubt he'll hand over his entire entertainment fund to you just because you're jealous of my parents. Caitlin, please. Just this one time. We're family. Huh? Lindsay, are you forgetting the other thing you said to me earlier today? You told me in plain English, and I quote yet again, "As far as I'm concerned, you're not part of my family anymore." And you know what? I agree. You've never once made me feel like I was part of your family. So don't worry about it. I don't consider you and I family either. Or even friends, for that matter. And for that exact reason, please don't text me anymore. Don't call me either. If you want to talk to your family, talk to Dalton. In the end, Caitlin didn't go to her mother-in-law's house for Thanksgiving. Instead, she and her daughter, Tiffany, had a wonderful time with her side's Thanksgiving vacation in Palm Beach. Lindsay tried to book a hotel in Palm Beach just out of spite, and maybe to attempt to ruin Caitlin's vacation. But all the good hotels were booked solid. That, and Dalton refused to pay even a portion of the cost of the trip for his parents. He didn't want to miss out on his surround sound system that he had almost saved up enough money to buy. When his mom tried to guilt him into paying for their vacation, she made the mistake of asking him, "Which is more important to you, my happiness or a new surround sound system?" And Dalton made the mistake of answering truthfully and saying, "The surround sound system. You know how much I love watching movies." Needless to say, it made for quite an uncomfortable Thanksgiving weekend when Dalton went to his parents' house. Apparently, Dalton managed to get through the dinner with the help of a lot of wine and left early the next morning despite how far of a drive it was for him. I think Dalton and his mom will work things out eventually, and she'll forgive him for not treating her to a vacation. But as for Caitlin, to this day, she still has Dalton's mom's number blocked on her phone. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please press the like button. See you next time.
Hi! Have you talked to Mother at all lately by any chance?
No, I haven't talked with her recently. Why do you ask? Is there something up?
Oh, I see. No, not anything like that. I just wanted to message you because she's been really worried about you lately. She said it seemed like we were fighting, so she asked me what I'd done to upset you. She wants to know if you're doing okay.
Well, I haven't talked to her about that. I didn't tell her that it was all your fault or anything. Someone must have told her about the fight we had.
It's ridiculous. We both shouted at each other, but Mom only asks me what I did wrong and what I did to upset you, and only wants to know if you're okay, not me. Don't you think she's being a bit rude?
You think she's being rude? Why?
Don't you think so? You shouted at me as well, but Mom only calls me and asks what I did. It's not like it was all me. She wasn't even there, so she must have just assumed it was my fault. Honestly, I think because you're about to have a baby, she's favoring you over me. We're both her daughters-in-law, but I guess she likes you better because you're giving her grandbabies. I mean, she doesn't care about me like she does about you.
Don't be like that. That's not how it is at all. She probably only asked you what happened and not me because she doesn't want to stress me out when I'm pregnant. She's just being overprotective of me, that's all. Mother compliments you all the time when I'm with her. She says she's so lucky to have a clever daughter like you come into the family. She talks everyone's ear off about you and how amazing you are. I think you're being a little harsh saying that Mother doesn't care about you, Amanda. She's really proud of you, you know? It's not fair for you to talk about her like that.
She is. It really is going to be hard for us to get along, isn't it? Everything I say, you make me out like I'm the bad person or something. Anyway, I didn't want to have to message you first, but somebody's got to be the bigger person, I guess. Mom made it pretty clear it was up to me to talk to you and get us to make up. Wouldn't expect you to do anything, of course. If we keep on fighting, then it's going to be awkward for everyone at home, not just us. So let's just stop arguing over every petty little thing and make up, okay?
Okay, I guess you're right.
Of course I'm right. I guess you wouldn't know, but studying for a doctorate degree like I am isn't exactly a walk in the park. Come to think of it, I must have been taking out some of the stress I'm under lately out on you from working to get my doctorate and all. I'm sorry.
I understand. It must be stressful. I should have been a bit more considerate. I'm sorry, too. We've made up now, okay? Let's not argue anymore.
Of course! I'll see you next month at Father's birthday party then.
Honey, you remember that it's Father's birthday next week, don't you? Of course, baby. Talking about that, we should probably start getting his present ready. We don't want to wait until the day before to buy it again like last year. That was a mess. Definitely. Didn't we decide to all go joint in on a present with Amanda and your brother this year? That's right. But Jason just had to go on a last-minute work trip the other day. He's all the way in Europe. I've tried calling him, but it's hard getting a hold of him with the time zones and everything. Not really sure how we're going to decide on a gift together like this, to be honest. Oh, but I guess we can just talk with Amanda about the gift instead. She's still here. Amanda, we decided with Jason that we'd all get a joint present for Father's birthday this year. Jason's told you about it, hasn't he?
Oh, yes, he did. But do we really have to pick out a gift together? Wouldn't it be easier to each just get our own present? Me and Jacob can get our own present.
We don't have to. It's just that Jason came to us first and suggested doing a joint gift together. It was his idea, so I sort of thought you wanted to as well.
I see. Well, I sort of disagree with Jason on the whole joint gift thing. I think it'd be best if we buy our own gifts.
All right, then. Please let Jason know about the change of plans, then.
Of course! And if there's anything you need help with, feel free to ask me. It must be hard for your wife to help you out with this sort of thing. Picking out a gift, I mean.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it's just that Steph got married and had a kid as soon as she hit 20. She's been staying at the house taking care of the kids all this time. She doesn't really know much about the world, cooped up at home, does she? Of course she wouldn't know about the trends and what sort of things people want to receive as gifts these days. Someone like me, who's out living in the world, knows what's popular, would be a lot more help picking out a gift. Don't you think?
I don't really like how you're speaking about my wife right now. All we're doing is picking out a birthday gift. Why are you bringing up my wife's life all of a sudden?
Sorry? I don't understand. Why are you upset? I was only trying to help you out. I just thought you might need it.
Is this how you've been talking about my wife before?
Yes? Why? Is that a problem? It's not like I'm not telling the truth. You got her pregnant before you'd gotten married, so you and Stephanie had to get married right away after that. Since then, all she's been doing is staying at home taking care of the child in the house. All I've said to her is that it's a shame that she has to stay home taking care of her child while everyone else her age is going traveling, dating, or getting an actual education. It's just my opinion. Is that really such a problem?
Are you being serious right now? Who do you think you are to judge my wife like that? It's all right, honey. Just let it go.
Oh my goodness! You were here too, Steph? I didn't notice.
Everything you said about me is true. All the experiences other people in their 20s had, I didn't do. But I wish you'd stop talking about me like I'm pitiful just because I didn't live my 20s like everyone else. I've never regretted or been embarrassed for the life I've lived. I don't feel like I'm any less than anyone else.
Wow, you guys are both so sensitive. Sorry. Bye then, I guess. Stephanie, you're at Mom's house right now, aren't you? Could you please go and get the documents that I left on the dinner table and bring them to the university for me? I completely forgot them this morning.
Sorry, but I have to go pick up Emma from school soon. I don't think I'll be able to.
It's the due date today. If I don't turn it in now, then my professor won't even grade it and I'll get a 0. Can I please ask you to do me this favor? Just this once? My university isn't that far away from Mother's house anyway. Please? If you just quickly run me over the documents, I'll treat you to coffee.
All right, but just this once, okay? I really don't have time to be running errands. I've got a lot to do. I'm here outside. Amanda? Hello? Why won't you pick up the phone? I told you I have to go pick up Emma soon. I'm already late.
Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. I was having coffee with the professor and the other students. I completely didn't realize the time passing.
Seriously, what do you think you're doing right now? You made me wait here for an hour and a half and ignored all my calls and messages. You know that I'm busy. Did you do this on purpose?
Oh no, of course not. Why would I do something like that? I'm coming down now. I'll be there in a minute. Why are you making such an annoyed face at me? To be honest, I kind of thought you'd be thankful for me asking you for this kind of favor. I just thought this would be a nice experience for you, since you never went to a university before, or anything before. If you were bored waiting for me, you should have had a look around the campus at least. It's not like you get to come to a nice place like this often.
Excuse me? Amanda, just because I'm being civil with you doesn't mean that you can treat me like this. Calling me out here to make me wait for over an hour, the way you keep bringing up the fact that I didn't go to university and stayed at home as a housewife just to look down on me. I put up with it if we're in front of my husband and his parents. But did I mishear you a minute ago? Did you really just call me a housemaid in front of your friends?
Ah, that's what you were so upset about? Come on, I'm sorry, but you've got to understand. I wasn't being rude. Everyone here has someone at home to take care of the house as well. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Can't you take it nicely and move on? I didn't mean anything by it. It's not like I was lying or anything anyway. You do just stay at home and take care of the house. That's what a maid does, isn't it? Is there really any reason to take everything I say so personally all the time?
Are you being serious? Taking care of the house and my child doesn't make me a maid. I'm taking care of my family. Don't treat me like I'm just some servant.
Fine. Please try and be a bit more understanding, okay? You don't want Emma to grow up and copy this sort of behavior of yours, do you? If she's growing up with a mother that hasn't even gotten an education, the least she can do is grow up with a good personality, since it's not like she's going to be growing up smart. Don't act so touchy like this all the time and set a bad example for her. Just let it go.
I can't believe that you'd actually say that to me. I will not just let it go. You've really crossed a line now. You can't treat me like this. It's not fair. I've never done anything to you.
I just saw you and my professor talking on campus. Why are you back here? Why are you talking to him anyway? Don't tell me you're talking to him about me.
What? Wait, the man I was talking to just now. He's your professor?
Yes, so what? Why, do you two know each other or something? No, that doesn't make sense. Why would someone like you know a university professor? Let alone one that works at such a prestigious university. I guess he must have just been making small talk to you, right? He's so kind. Anyway, never mind. I've got to get back to work.
Wait a minute, Amanda. My husband just said he has something to talk with you about. I've heard all about what happened today. What do you think you're doing acting like this towards my wife? What kind of uneducated woman are you to do something so immature, making Steph wait for you for so long just because you could? Really, what is your problem, Amanda?
Excuse me? You're calling me uneducated? I'm working on getting my doctorate degree right now. You know that. I'm hardly uneducated, am I? I don't understand. I didn't even do anything. You're my brother-in-law. You can't talk to me like that. You went to the same university as me. You know better than anybody about how prestigious it is. dare you call me uneducated?
I really don't know what about the education you receive you think is so important that you keep bringing it up all the time. You really seem to think you're so amazing just because you go to a nice university. But you're not better than everyone else.
Wow, I didn't know you had so little pride for the university that you went to. What a waste. I really can't understand you at all. How did someone like you meet a woman like Stephanie in the first place? If I were you, I would have chosen a woman from a better family that actually had the slightest bit of intelligence. And Stephanie, be honest with me right now. Did you grow up an orphan or something? There must have been some problems somewhere in your life to lead you here. You can't have had a proper upbringing and ended up with no education and no life outside of being a housewife. Do you not have any parents or something?
Didn't I tell you to watch how you talk about my wife? Don't you ever imply something like that. Stephanie has two perfectly normal parents. She might not have had a privileged upbringing like you, but that doesn't mean she's any less than you. There's nothing wrong with her.
Huh? I thought Stephanie's parents were dead. How come I've never met them? Come on, don't lie to me. I'm not stupid.
You think it's a lie? Remember the person you saw me talk to a while ago? You're a professor. That's my father.
What? You're joking, aren't you?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to run off like that. It's just been such a long time since we've met. I was surprised that you even recognized me. I didn't expect to see you there at all. Don't worry. I understand you must have been surprised. It's been far too long since we last saw each other, hasn't it? It has been a long time. Since you had an affair and left me and my mother behind. I'm sorry, Stephanie. I truly am. I saw you had a little girl with you. Is she your child? Have you gotten married? I'm sorry, but why are you asking me that? You've never been interested in my life before. I haven't heard from you in years. You didn't send my mother a cent when I was growing up and left us to fend for ourselves. Why do you care about me now? What do you mean I didn't send you a cent? I paid your mother child support after I left, and I continued to send her money even after you became an adult. Please don't lie to me. I don't want to hear it. When you got accepted into college, I paid for the tuition and for the apartment you lived in. Look, here is the bill. I sent all that to your mother. I even paid for the extra classes you took. If you want, I can send you proof of that as well. What? What are you talking about? You paid my tuition? I didn't go to college. I never even applied. Mom told me that you'd never sent us anything, let alone all that. Goodness. I'm sorry to say this to you, because it's true that it's my fault me and your mother got divorced. It was all my fault that I left you both. And I'm sure you won't believe me when I say this. But it seems like she's been lying to you. She must have been keeping the money and not telling you. I don't know why you're saying all of this and what you're trying to get out of it, but I don't want to hear anymore. Do you know how hard my life has been all this time? I got abandoned by my father and then grew up with nothing. I've been looked down on and bullied my whole life. Even now I've gotten married, my sister-in-law looks down on me. All the time she talks about how stupid I am, how I don't have an education, how I've got no parents, how I don't have anything. Stephanie, please just listen to what I have to say first. Since you were young, your mother has always been one to go out to parties and drink. She went out pretty much every single day. I had to do all the housework and taking care of you as well, of course. There were even times where your mother would go out partying and wouldn't come back home for weeks. Even seeing your mother's face those days was difficult. She hardly ever was at home. I just felt lonely. I started talking to one of the people at my work, and I got closer with her. I know I was wrong. I don't have anything to say for myself. It was completely my fault. I shouldn't have done that behind your mother's back. The moment your mother found out about it all, she divorced me and asked me for alimony right away. Almost like she was just waiting for an excuse to divorce me. I begged her to get custody of you, but she said a man like me who had an affair and abandoned their family didn't deserve that. And I couldn't say anything to that.
I thought at least sending as much money as I could each month for her to take care of you was the best thing that I could do for you. I had no idea that she would take the money for herself. I'm sorry. It's my fault. I should have made sure the money was getting to you. But she told me she was using it to take care of you. I never thought she would lie about something like that.
I had no idea. But just because I know this now doesn't mean that I'm going to forgive you right away for everything. You know that, don't you?
Of course. All I hope is that one day I'll be able to take care of you like a father again.
I'll try my best to try and forgive you. It's going to take time, though.
Thank you. That means the world to me. When I saw you earlier, didn't you say earlier that one of my students was your sister-in-law? And that's why you came here to the university?
Yes, that's right. Amanda is my sister-in-law. She's my husband's little brother's wife. Can I invite Amanda for a moment? I told her you're my father earlier, but she won't believe me. Amanda, meet my father.
Professor? Is that you?
Ah, hello there, Amanda. If I would have known that you were my daughter's sister-in-law, I would have made sure to take better care of you.
So, you're really Stephanie's father?
Yes, I am. There was a situation, and I didn't see Stephanie for many years. But thanks to you, I was able to meet my daughter again after all this time. Thank you for that. What an amazing coincidence this all is. Don't you think so? However, I've heard that because Stephanie wasn't able to finish all the education that she wanted to, you've been making some comments that have been upsetting her a little.
I don't know anything about that.
It's all my fault that she had a tough time growing up. So I hope that in the future, you'll be able to be a bit kinder with her. I'd be happy to see you two taking good care of each other as sisters. It's a miracle that Stephanie managed to grow up so well in such a tough situation. She's a wonderful person despite it all. I know she's probably had quite a different life from you, but it's hardly a crime to have a tough upbringing. You think so too, don't you?
Yes, of course, Professor. I think exactly the same. I really can't believe this. I was so surprised. I really could never have expected that your father would be my professor. What a small world. If there's anything I've done to hurt your feelings, please forgive me. You know I didn't mean to, don't you?
Why are you acting like this all of a sudden? Just yesterday, weren't you making fun of me in front of your friends, saying that I was a maid?
I didn't know back then that your father was my professor. Of course I wouldn't have said that if I knew. You don't understand how important the relationship is between a student and the professor when you're studying for a doctorate degree. You need all the help you can get from them. Some students even buy gifts and stuff for their professors to get on their good side. If by any chance you talk badly about me to my professor, that would really affect my university career. You know that's not fair on me. Please don't mix our relationship up with the professional relationship I have with my professor. Okay?
With your professor? He might be your professor, but I'm his daughter. You've treated me like trash all this time, and you want me just to not mention it to him?
Excuse me?
Even though your professor doesn't know how you've treated me yet, I wonder how he'll react when he finds out you've been bullying his daughter. I'll have to tell him to find out. Gosh, you really are stuck between a rock and a hard place. But don't worry, we're sisters and all, aren't we? I'll give you a chance to be forgiven, and I won't say a thing about all that you've done and said about me to my father. How's that? I'm at Emma's parents' meeting right now. I completely forgot my wallet at home, though. I know you're probably busy right now, but could you go and get my wallet for me and bring it to the school? Please? Oh, and I'll be introducing you to all the parents and teachers as a housemaid, just like you did with me. Just in case you're curious about how it feels to be on the receiving end.
You really are being so immature right now. Don't think you can play with me like this.
Oh? Why are you getting so upset? I thought that you'd be thankful for me asking you this kind of favor. You've given up all your time studying. You still haven't even had a child. When would you be able to come and see a parents' meeting if not now? I thought it would be a nice experience for you. If you had a kid right now, you'd probably be 50 before you'd be able to go to a parents' meeting. That's a long time. I doubt you'd really fit in then, with all the other parents being younger than you and all. I wonder how it'll feel for you to be the odd one out for once.
Are you being serious?
Hurry up and bring my wallet, please. I'll see you in a bit. Of course, Amanda didn't actually bring me my wallet that day. I doubt her pride would let her. I heard through my husband that she was talking to my husband's parents about me, saying how I'm threatening her. So I decided to go ahead and show her professor everything that she'd been saying to me. I didn't know that my father had so much influence in the university. Apparently, he partially owns it. After I told my father everything, Amanda came back looking like a kicked puppy. She couldn't even look me in the eyes. At first, I was quite happy to see her finally knocked off her high horse and getting a taste of her own medicine. But after she'd been looking miserable for days, I started to feel like I was turning into her, enjoying seeing her upset. So I decided to forgive her. I told her that we'd leave it all in the past. These days, if my father is so much as mentioned, she gets nervous around me. She wouldn't dare saying anything to me now she knows who my father is. Oh, me and my father have been talking a lot lately as well, and we've gotten a lot closer. Because of him, Amanda has left me alone, and not only that, I have my parent back too. Thanks, Dad. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like the video and subscribe. Thanks for watching!
Mrs. Potato Head, good morning. I trust you'll be coming to the dinner party I'm having next week.
Yes, I'll be there. You're not planning on deliberately embarrassing me again this time, are you?
Deliberately embarrass you? Whatever do you mean? I'd never do anything like that. I'm always polite and courteous. After all, I let you come to my dinner parties, don't I?
Well, I'm going. But if you offend me again, don't expect me to keep quiet. Because I won't.
And what exactly could you do to me anyway? Don't forget that your parents are farmers. They grow potatoes.
And what's wrong with that?
Our family has run a very successful business for generations. We're much higher on the social scale than you are, don't you think? You're only a part of this family because my son happened to marry you. You can't imagine how everyone feels about that.
I don't understand your disdain for my family. Farmers are essential. Everyone needs food. You eat potatoes, so I don't see why you should complain.
I do eat them, but honestly, I could live without them. Do you like potatoes, Diana?
I love them. I grew up eating the ones from our farm.
I see. So you love potatoes, huh? I'll keep that in mind. Anyway, I'll be looking forward to seeing you at the dinner party. I hope you're looking forward to it too.
Thanks. I'll be there.
Diana, are you really going today?
I told your mom I would. And the dinner party is later today. I can't cancel now. There's no way I'm backing down to your mom. I'm going no matter what.
Look, I understand how you feel. But you know how my mom is. I don't want to sit there and watch as she deliberately tries to get under your skin.
It's okay. Besides, I know you'll be there to stand up for me if it goes too far. Anytime your mom does something like that, you always step in and take my side. I appreciate that. But don't worry about me this time.
Of course I step in. I'm your husband. Even I think my mom goes too far sometimes. She's always been kind of mean. I think that's why she doesn't have a lot of friends.
But this is between me and her. I'm not gonna let her push me around. I'm your wife, so I'm going to this dinner party with you whether she wants me there or not. If she tries something or steps out of line, I'll be more than happy to put up a fight.
Put up a fight? Did you tell her that?
I sure did. I didn't tell her I'm considering canceling their contract, though.
I'd be okay with it if you did that. But would your family be okay? If your parents stopped supplying my family's company with vegetables, it'd put a huge damper on the business, at least for a while. But you know I don't care about that. I wouldn't care if that place ran itself into the ground. But wouldn't doing that impact your parents too? I mean, not having someone to sell their vegetables to.
I spoke to my parents about that a while ago. They found a new buyer that wants a contract with them. So my parents are basically waiting for me to give them the okay to cut off supply to your family's company and go with the new buyer. Your mom's too stupid to know that the farms they buy their ingredients from are all owned by my parents and that we don't need to sell to them anymore.
Your parents found a new buyer? That's great news! You should have told me sooner. This'll really get back at my mom.
You're happy that my parents might be screwing over your family's company?
Of course I am! It'll piss off all the snobs in my family that have been treating you like crap. Especially my mom. She looks down her nose at you because your family are farmers. But now you've got a chance to outsmart her and show her just how important your family's job is.
Really? But Victor, this decision is going to affect your entire family. I thought you'd be against it.
Against it? I've been hoping your family would do it for a while now. I was worried about your parents' farm though. That's why I never even proposed that option to you. But honestly, if your family isn't our supplier anymore, neither of us have to worry about the other's family business, right?
That's exactly what I was thinking. Thanks, Victor. I'm really glad you're on my side.
You don't have to thank me. My family is the one causing the problems for you. I should be the one apologizing. My mom's good for nothing. I'm really sorry you've had to put up with her for this long. After all, technically, after my dad died and left the company to me, I'm the one in charge of it all. That means when it comes to our family business, I outrank my mom and all my other relatives.
Good for nothing? But you've always supported her. At least as far as the company goes.
Well, she's my mom after all. So even though I outrank her in the company, it's still difficult to exercise any authority over her. But now I see that me holding back on her has put you in this situation.
That's why you were sticking with my family's farms for your direct supplier, huh? But you don't have to worry about that anymore. My family will be just fine now with our new contract.
That's great news. Tell your parents to sign with the new buyer ASAP. Let's break the news to my family tonight. If we do that, that'll mean today is the last day either of us will have to put up with my mom.
That sounds fantastic. I'll call my dad right away. Now I'm actually looking forward to this dinner party tonight. I'll be home in a little bit. Let's get ready to go to this party of hers. Then we can celebrate tonight.
Sounds great. See you in a bit. Diana, dinner was just served. What are you running off to the washroom for? That's just rude, don't you think? Hurry up and come back here so we can all have dinner together.
And what exactly was the meaning of that dinner you served me?
I have no idea what you mean, dear. You told me you loved potatoes, didn't you? So that's exactly what I served you. I made a special dinner just for you.
You couldn't possibly think I was just going to eat a raw potato plopped on my plate. You have to do something to a potato before you serve it. Or do you not even know that much about cooking?
I don't see how a peasant has any right to complain. Haven't you heard the saying, beggars can't be choosers?
What did you call me?
Compared to a wealthy family like ours, you are a peasant, Diana. Is that too old of a term for you? What's a more current term for people like you? Country bumpkin?
Oh, so now you're not even going to beat around the bush, huh? You're just gonna come out and directly insult me, huh? For a woman of such high class, aren't you at all embarrassed to do that?
You're the one who should be embarrassed around here. You're the farmer. Just get back to the dinner table. We're all waiting for you to eat your dinner.
And what is Victor doing right now?
Well, he didn't say anything to me. So I think he wants you to eat this potato too.
Liar.
Just get back here. Are you trying to make Victor look bad or something? Our whole family is here. Get out of the bathroom and come have dinner with us. Oh, and because you're from the potato farming family, I expect you to eat this potato.
No, I'm leaving.
Well, at least take the potato with you.
And by the way, we're canceling our contract with you.
What Contract? What are you talking about? I've never signed any sort of contract with you.
My family's farms. The supplier of vegetables for your entire company is Meadow Valley Farms, isn't it? Those are my parents' farms. That means all the vegetables you get for your TV dinner company is supplied by my parents.
What? No. That's not even possible. The farm that we use to get our vegetables is... Come to think of it, I don't even know the name of our supplier. It doesn't matter. There's no way it's your family. Don't say such stupid things. Do you want me to embarrass you even further tonight?
Maybe you didn't know, but my maiden name is Peterson. Does that name ring a bell?
Well, I asked the family, and they informed me that our supplier is indeed Meadow Valley Farms, and that it's owned by a Mr. and Mrs. Peterson. It's true, isn't it? It's your parents who supply our company with all the ingredients for our products, isn't it?
That's correct. Well, partially correct. They used to supply your company with all the ingredients.
Hey, come on now. Canceling a contract with no notice isn't what a good business partner would do, now is it? Give me a chance to have our whole family apologize to you.
You're the ones that aren't being very good business partners. Honestly, I've had all I can take from you. I don't want you in my family's business life or in my personal life anymore.
But why? Why didn't you say something sooner?
Because I thought if I said something, you would have canceled the contract long ago. And that would have devastated my family's business. But now they found another buyer, and their contract with them is even better than what they had with you. Which means they don't need you or your business anymore.
They don't need us? That's just rude. You may have had a lot of time to prepare for this, but we didn't. What is our company supposed to do without a supplier? If we don't get any ingredients, we can't make our product anymore.
That's a risk you take when you have a business. Suppliers come and go. You need to be prepared for things like that. Besides, your company problems have nothing to do with my family's business.
So now you're the one acting all smug, huh? This is all your fault. Let me tell you this. There are a lot of farmers who would love to have a contract with us. Don't think for a second that you've beat me. This is just a minor setback. We'll find another supplier in no time.
That's good. Have fun with that. You do that and tell the rest of your family how it goes, okay?
Don't tell me what to do. We're done with you. You don't get it at all, do you, Mom? Victor, is that you? Finding another farm to supply you may not be so hard, but the better question is, where are you going to find the labor? It's not as easy as going on the internet and buying vegetables now, is it? I'm not worried about anything like that. You don't just need another supplier. You need workers and machines to produce products now. You're not worried about any of that? I don't know exactly what you mean by that, but I'll discuss it with the family and see what they say. You don't get it, do you? I've already discussed everything with the family. I mean, if you want to continue the TV dinner business, you need to build your own from the ground up. We're kicking you out of the family company. Huh? Don't feel bad. It's not just you. Anyone who's been mean to my wife is getting the boot. I'm cutting all the unwanted fat out of this company and I'm completely restructuring it. What are you saying? Are you saying you decided all of this? Yeah, I'm the sole owner of the company. Dad left the company to me. That means I'm your boss and I can do anything with the company that I want. It's terrible how you've treated my wife. So now I want you out. And I don't just mean out of the company. I want you out of this house and out of my life. You want me out? This is my house! No, it's not. This house is technically owned by the company. You married Dad and moved into this house, but it wasn't his house. On the books, it's company property. Ever since Dad died and left the company to me, you've basically been freeloading here. But that's... How could you do this to me? How could you do this to your own mother? The better question is, how could you treat my wife like this? Your own daughter-in-law. Well, I never wanted to do this, but you forced me. You treated my wife like crap because you thought you were better than her. But you're not. Our family business had nothing to do with you. All you did was marry into it. You did nothing to build it up. And even if you had contributed to it, it still wouldn't give you the right to look down on my wife or anyone else. You're right. I understand all that now. I was wrong. I was stupid. Give me a chance to apologize. Let me make it up to both of you. You can apologize if you want, but at this point it's not going to change anything. Diana's parents have already canceled their contract with our company and signed with another. And I've already submitted the appropriate paperwork to have you and the others cut off from my company. And in case you didn't realize it, Diana and I are through with you. We don't want anything to do with you ever again. Huh? You're through with me? What does that mean? It means exactly what you think it means. We're not talking to you anymore. And now that Dad has passed and I fired you from the company, you have no relation to this family whatsoever. Not just me and Diana. Everyone. It'd be easier to tell you all this in person. Where the heck are you anyway? I'm in the backyard having a smoke. Then get back in the house. Though I doubt anyone will still be here. What do you mean? Are you saying in the few minutes I was out having a smoke, everyone decided to kick me out of the family? It was probably more to do with my decision as owner of the company. I told them this is how it was going to be, and there was nothing they could do about it. But if you want me to tell you the truth, there weren't any complaints. Like I said, you were only related to them through marriage. I told them how it was going to be and sent everyone home. Now, you're gonna get your stuff and get out of here well before the night is through. And if you don't, I'm calling the cops and having you arrested for trespassing on company property. Hold on. Where am I supposed to go? I have no other place to live. You're an adult, aren't you? Figure that out yourself. How could you? You kicked me out of the family business and out of my house all in a matter of minutes? How am I supposed to live? Now I have no house and no job. What am I supposed to do? You kept treating Diana like she was poor. Now's your chance to see what poor life really is. Okay, I see what you're doing. I'll prove to you that I can do this, and then you'll have to forgive me. That'll never happen. I can never forgive you for how you treated the woman I love. I'm cutting all ties to you. That means I'm blocking your number, too. You might be able to kick me out of this place because it's company property, but don't forget that I know where you two live. If I have to, I'll force my way into your house. Again, good luck with that. We've already sold our house. We're moving away to live a quiet life, away from all this. And we haven't told anyone where we moved to. What? You've got to be kidding. Right? I'm not kidding about any of this. I can't believe you thought there'd be no repercussions for treating my wife like this. You're pathetic. Are you really going to do this to me? I'm your mother. If you leave me like this, you're going to regret it. I know you'll feel bad, and it'll eat away at you. Well, having a mom does have some benefits. But then again, I can live without him.
After that, my mother-in-law was kicked out of the house and was officially homeless. But Victor made sure that she had all her clothes, and there was still a little bit of money in her bank account, as well as the cash she had on hand. She was quite surprised, though, as the bank accounts that she was using before were actually company accounts. And since she was no longer a part of the company, she lost access to them. All she had left was her old savings account she had opened long before she married Victor's dad, and it had barely any money in it. And let me tell you, after Victor kicked her out and she was walking away down the driveway, I wanted to throw that potato she had served me for dinner right at her head. But then I realized it would have been a waste of a perfectly good potato. I think when she saw the look in Victor's eyes when he closed the door on her, she knew there was no way he was ever going to forgive her, and that there was no way that she'd ever be coming back. After she was out of sight, down the driveway, we never saw her again. As for Victor and I, we did sell our old house, just like Victor had told his mom. We built a new house in a small town far from his family's business. We're actually living not too far from one of the farms that my parents own and operate, so I often go there to help them out. We're living a quiet life now, and we both love it.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please press the like button. See you next time.
Jenny, where are you right now?
What do you mean? I'm just at school.
You need to get out there right this second.
What? What are you talking about?
Leave the school right now. I'm being serious.
But today is our graduation ceremony. It's just about to start. I can't just leave.
Now isn't the time to be worrying about your graduation. I need you to get to the airport as fast as you can right now to go see your grandpa.
What? You want me to leave to see Grandpa? But he lives all the way in Alaska.
I know. Don't worry though. I already bought you your tickets. I'll send them to your email or something so that you can just get on the plane.
Hold on for just a second and tell me why I need to go right now.
I don't have to explain anything. Just do what I say, okay?
Well, then I'm sorry, but the answer is no. This is my high school graduation that we are talking about here. I wanted to stay after the ceremony and take pics with my friends and go out afterwards.
Your mom is already on her way. She should be there soon.
What do you mean by that? Mom is dead.
I don't know how else to say this, but she's still alive. We got a divorce when you were only 10 months old. I know I should have told you before, but I just couldn't bring myself to tell you.
You're kidding me. I can't believe this.
And she was just a terrible, terrible woman. As soon as she gave birth to you, she went back to drinking, which always made her turn violent. I know it wasn't the environment that I wanted you raised in.
Is that really what happened?
That's right. And she is always trying to ask me for money, even though I've been taking care of you. Even though we're divorced and I don't owe her anything, she always threatens to come and take you if I don't.
Wow. She sounds like a real train wreck of a person.
Usually I just give her the money to keep the peace, but I didn't mean to, but I let it slip to her that it was your graduation and now she's insisting on coming to see you.
Well, is that really so bad?
Of course it's really that bad. She was saying something about how you were probably walking around with tons of graduation money and that she wanted to take it all from you for herself.
She wants to rob her own daughter of her graduation money?
She's going to ruin the whole event for everyone when she gets there.
Well, what are we going to do? We can't let that happen.
I'll tell you. You're going to do as I say and fly all the way up to Alaska. I'll explain everything to your teachers.
But that isn't fair! I wanted to hang out with my friends afterwards!
Please, you can't even imagine how bad things are going to get if you don't leave.
But Dad, it's not fair.
I know it isn't, but you don't know your mom and she really isn't a woman to be underestimated. She turns into a violent monster when she's after something she wants.
Is she really that awful of a person?
Please, just go before it's too late and you regret not leaving.
This sucks! I shouldn't have to do this! What about my clothes? Shouldn't I go home and pack some things?
There isn't time. You'll have to buy what you need once you're at Grandma and Grandpa's house.
My name is Jenny, and I am a high school student. Or rather, I was, but I graduated today. It doesn't feel like I did, though, since I had to leave the ceremony early. This totally sucks. After the ceremony, everyone is going to get to hang out, take selfies, and party. But not me. My mother left us when I was really little, and I was raised by my dad and my grandma. I love my grandma. She is always very kind. My dad is usually busy with work and is barely even home on the weekends. Thankfully, I have lots of friends at school and enjoy every day. My dad explained to the school why I had to leave the ceremony to go to the airport. They're just going to mail my diploma to Alaska. I just never could have imagined just how bad things would actually get. So, what happened today? Did she end up showing up at my school after all?
She was dragged out of the school right as she was about to take her seat in the chair reserved for me.
So she got inside the school? And you were there too?
Yeah, I was there too. I went to make sure that she didn't do anything too crazy.
But couldn't you have just done the same thing and let me go through with the ceremony all the same?
I was only lucky that I arrived on time today. If I hadn't, then things might have gotten seriously bad.
But why do we have to run away from her? My friends are already sending me all the pics they took afterwards. I am so bummed over this, Dad.
Your mom isn't a woman whose moves you can predict.
Well, I will admit, it is nice being with my grandma and grandpa. I miss their cooking a lot. Also, we went shopping for some essentials today.
Well, that's a relief to hear. Tell them I send my love and thanks for taking care of you.
No problem. I'll let them know.
Jenny, sweetie, is this your number?
Sorry, may I ask who I'm talking to, please?
It's your mother.
The alcoholic who ruined my graduation?
Alcoholic? What on earth do you mean by that?
Did you really think I was just going to let you steal my money? It's all your fault that I wasn't able to walk or go to any graduation parties.
Whatever do you mean? I would never do anything like that to you.
Only because you couldn't. Because Dad stopped you at the very last second. And just how did you get my number anyways?
Yesterday, I was asking around at the school if anyone knew it. I found some of your friends who were willing to tell me. Also, congrats on your graduation.
Friends? Like who? Do you know their names?
I think one of them was named Sarah or something.
Oh, her. I bet I know who you're talking about.
I know I shouldn't have been asking for your number, but I just wanted to talk to you so badly and didn't know of any other way to reach you.
Well, it sure seems that you didn't want anything to do with me when I was a baby. What do you want now?
What are you talking about?
I mean that when I was just 10 months old, you were a violent alcoholic who abandoned her family.
I honestly have no idea what you mean. Is that what your dad told you?
That's right! How could you do that? How could you just abandon your newborn child?
I never did anything like that, I swear.
Then how come I've never met you? Where were you? If you're going to try and give me excuses for what you did, I don't want to hear it.
Please, Jenny, just listen to me, okay? After I gave birth to you, I had to stay in the hospital longer than expected.
Wait, really?
And when I was finally discharged and went home, the house was completely empty. No one was there, and I realized that I was the one who had been abandoned.
No, that can't be. You're lying to me.
I'm afraid not. I was completely devastated. Ever since that day, I have dedicated myself to trying to find you again. I'm so happy that I finally have. Your father and his mom always thought I was too weak to ever be a good mother. They forced me into a divorce that I didn't want.
Is all this really true?
It is. In fact, the one who was drinking and spending all of our money was actually your dad. I've been so worried about you being raised by a man like that for all these years.
But Dad never drinks at home.
Of course not. But he drinks when he goes out, doesn't he? I told him that if he ever let his drinking affect you, that I would stop sending him money.
What do you mean, send him money? I thought that Dad was paying you to stay away from me.
He told me that my postpartum depression made it so that I would never be able to raise you properly, so I should just pay him if I wanted to do my part.
But that isn't what Dad told me. I don't know who to believe anymore.
I know. And I also know that it isn't fair of me to message you suddenly like this and expect you to believe me. Tell me, have you heard of the author, Francine Weathers?
Of course I know who Francine Weathers is. I've read most of her books.
Well, she's me.
What? No, that can't be.
Ever since I lost you, I felt like I lost my direction in life. I was deeply depressed and just started writing, and before I knew it, I had some awards and was being published across the world.
You're like a best-selling author.
Well, do you really think that someone in my position would lie about the things I've just told you now?
Well, since you're an author, maybe that means you're even better at lying than other people.
Please believe me. I promise that I'm telling the truth. It was only when my books really started selling that your dad started demanding money from me.
But Dad already has a job. Why would he need money from you?
If I had to guess, it would probably be to gamble with.
What do you mean?
Is he home most weekends?
Hardly ever. He's always busy, whether it's work, business trips, or going out for fishing.
Well, I know for a fact that his company doesn't do business trips and most people there don't care about fishing.
Wait, so then Dad really was lying to me?
I send him about $3,000 a month for child support, you know.
You send that much money?
I just want to know. Do you feel like he was using that money to help raise you?
No, Dad is usually pretty strict about money. He only gave me $30 a month for allowance until I turned 16 and he made me get a job. He told me I have to save up money to buy things I want. But now that you mention it, Grandma does seem to have a ton of items from expensive brands.
It's because she is in on it too. They both are.
You're telling me that even Grandma is trying to get money from you? I can't believe this. I always thought they were so kind.
It sounds like they are taking money from me and then spending just enough on you to see that you're living comfortably, but not much else.
You mean they're supposed to be spending all of that money on me instead?
That is the idea, yes.
But when my dad took me and left you, you weren't even a writer. Did you even have money back then?
Well, my family has always been pretty rich, so he was always asking for money. The amount just increased drastically after I became a well-known author. But there has never been a time in the past 18 years where I wasn't paying him.
You mean you've really been sending Dad money ever since I was just 10 months old?
Of course I was. If he was going to raise you, I wanted to make sure that my daughter didn't grow up wanting.
Well then, why did Dad make me come all the way up to Alaska?
Because I always come into town to see you when there is an event. Whether it was your first day of school, your middle school graduation, or your tennis matches. Everything.
Do you really mean it?
Of course I do. But I think he got wise to me and was scared of what I might say to you. I told him that I would only pay him until you graduate college, so he knows that he only has 4 years of that left and he must be getting desperate. I really wanted to talk to you when you turned 18. He must have known something was up, so he sent you far away.
So you mean that's the real reason why I couldn't finish my graduation ceremony?
Jenny, would you like to come and live with me?
Hold on a second. This is all so sudden. I have a lot that I need to talk about with my dad.
Yes, maybe it would be good if you two have a little time to chat.
I'll message you again later, okay?
I'll be here.
Hey, Dad. Are you there? Do you have a second to talk?
Of course I do, Jenny. What's the matter?
Is it true that Mom pays you money every month?
What are you talking about? Who told you something crazy like that?
Does it really matter? Can you just please answer the question for me?
Of course she doesn't. I pay her, remember?
Oh, man. I don't even know who to trust anymore. This is so hard. Why are adults such good liars?
Jenny, please. I'm telling you the truth. Won't you listen to me?
Dad, I think that I want to move out.
What do you mean? You're still way too young to be living on your own.
Are you really worried about me leaving? Or is it that you think if I move out, then Mom will stop sending you money?
Okay, no, hold on for just 1 second. Who are you talking to that is putting all these ideas in your head?
I know the truth, Dad. All of it. Just be honest with me, okay?
Well, I would never lie to you. You know that.
Well, then tell me what you do on the weekends.
I have to work most weekends. Then sometimes I need to take clients out fishing. You know that I do all of this for you, right?
You're lying to me. You don't go fishing and you don't take any business trips.
What are you talking about, Jenny?
I mean that I know the truth and you're lying to me right now.
Wait, just listen to me, please. Have you been talking to your mom lately?
I was just messaging with her, actually.
Well, she's the liar. You can't trust her. That woman is crazy.
Which one of you is the real liar? If I find out that you've been lying to me for the past 18 years, basically my whole life, I will never, ever forgive you.
Jenny, please. It's me, your dad. Trust me.
Can I really trust you?
Of course you can, dear. You know that your dad would never ever lie to you.
I really wish that you didn't say that.
What do you mean? What's the matter now?
After I finished talking with Mom, she sent me a picture on my phone.
A picture of what?
A letter that you had written.
A letter? What are you talking about?
Thanks for always sending the $3,000. Jenny is about to start middle school and I want you to increase it to $5,000.
Oh, that letter.
It's your handwriting, Dad.
Right. Well, this is just a big misunderstanding.
Are you really going to try and make excuses for this?
Please, you don't understand. It was just going to cost more than I originally thought to raise you. You were going through puberty.
Oh, really? Because I don't remember seeing enough in my life to justify those numbers. Do you remember how many birthdays you just took me out to Applebee's? It's not like I was going to private school or anything, and I even had to wait until I was 15 to get my first phone.
Well, I had to pay for a lot of things before I could afford to get you a phone.
Well, then why is Grandma so rich? I saw her buy a new Chanel handbag just the other day. I know that she isn't getting that much from her Social Security. So where is the money coming from?
Okay, please. Let me explain.
Are you finally going to admit what I already know?
Fine. Yes, it's true.
Even about the gambling?
Ah, crap. You know about that too?
You must have just been so tickled these past 18 years, begging for money and claiming it was for me while you and Grandma just lived it up.
No, please, you don't understand. I really was asking for the money for you.
Oh, please. I don't even want to hear it, okay?
But you have to believe me. It's the truth.
I can't believe you. You're a liar, and I'll never trust you again.
Please don't say that. I'm your dad.
You've ruined every single memory I've ever had with you. You made it so that I had to miss my high school graduation to go to Alaska.
You're right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. I really am so sorry, Jenny.
Well, I'm going to go and live with Mom from now on.
What do you mean?
She invited me to go and live with her, and so far she's the only family I have that hasn't lied to me.
No, please, you can't do that. You have to stay here with me.
Are you really trying this again? Even if I don't go back, Mom already said she isn't going to be sending any more money now that she knows you've been using it all on yourself.
Please, I'll ask her for the money so that you can go to whatever school that you want. It doesn't matter the price.
You're pathetic, Dad.
You don't understand. I have such a huge debt right now. I need your mom's money to help get out of this really bad pinch.
You're unbelievable. Maybe you should ask Grandma to sell some of her handbags to help you out.
You don't know her like I do. That crotchety old woman would never give her bags up.
Well, I guess at least now I see where you get it from.
Jenny, you have been a very important source of income for me for more than 18 years. You can't leave and stop all that now.
My life is a total lie thanks to you. Do you even realize that? You stabbed your own daughter in the back. Don't even bother apologizing because I just don't want to hear it, okay?
But I need money. Really badly. You have to help me.
No. I'm going to take my life into my hands and try to make up for all the years I've lost with my mom. As for you, well, you can just go to hell. Good luck with your debt.
Jenny? Hello? Are you there, Jenny? Did you block me? Please don't do this to me. You have to help me. I'm your dad.
Dad was eventually forced to take a dangerous job on a fishing boat to help pay his debt. His mom, unable to stop herself from buying expensive things, quickly fell into debt herself without the money from my mother. That same day, I flew away and my mom picked me up at the airport in New York. I could tell immediately that she was really my mother. And her eyes were so kind. She gave me a big hug the moment she saw me. I was stunned at how huge her house was. She took me up to the second story and showed me the room she had prepared just for me. I was only there for the summer, but I got into college in Queens and visit Mom every weekend. She takes me out for fancy meals, but we order takeout plenty of times as well. I felt like I was only alive to make my dad money. But now that I am getting to spend time with a parent that loves me unconditionally, I have to say, this is the most happy I have ever been.
Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this. See you next time.